Good morning and happy Monday. Meteorologist Caitlyn Lorr here. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday for those of you that celebrate. For those of you that don't, I hope you had a great weekend in general, whether it was extended or normal. That being said, we are now in the full-fledged holiday season. It is December. Yesterday, December 1st, was the start of meteorological winter, and boy, does it feel like it out there. We are starting this morning, this week, waking up to a fresh dusting of snow out there. This was a pleasant surprise to me. I thoroughly enjoyed waking up to this. I know a lot of you will have very different thoughts about this, but I personally do enjoy the snow, and it wasn't too terrible driving in. And the good news is it's starting to wrap up already. It was very light. Now, even though it's starting to wrap up, you can see some things here that, like, partially to completely snow-covered roads, which also means some slick spots possible, slightly reduced visibility just due to the snow or the haze in general related to the snow, even though it's starting to wrap up. So just give yourself a little extra time to get to where you need to go this morning, and make sure you give yourself enough time to prepare your vehicle, whether that be you warm it up ahead of time, you start your car before you leave for a little bit to warm it up, and or you clean off those windows. Now make sure your windows are clean regardless of how you do it, whether you use a snow brush or you start your car ahead of time to kind of let that snow melt. As you can see, plow drivers are out there trying to not only plow the little bit of snow that we have, but also salt the roads or put some sand down, beet juice, whatever it may be, to try to help melt the snow out there. Now, road conditions across the area, again, not terrible. We've definitely seen worse out there. We are seeing anywhere from partially to completely snow covered, and some roads rather clear. Not everybody got this dusting of snow, but a lot of the area did get some snow, whether it be flurries to this light dusting. I don't even think we got about a half an inch here in the Mankato area, North Mankato area, so not a whole lot, but enough to at least lead to that dusting and some slick spots out there. So again, 5 to 10 extra minutes should be all you need, but temperatures are cold, so it is going to be slick around the area. Here's a look at that satellite radar imagery showing that little bit of snow that moved through the overnight hours at about 4 o'clock this morning, and then continued on to within the last hour or so. Like I said, wrapping up now, but even though we're starting to see that snow wrap up, we're still seeing some reduced visibility where that snow predominantly fell. We're seeing reduced visibility down to about 2 miles is the lowest here in the area, which is in Mankato and Albertley. We're seeing just over 2 miles of visibility in St. Peter, with 2.5 miles of visibility in St. James and Forest City, 3 miles of visibility in Blue Earth and Waseca, as well as up by Glencoe, with 4 miles of visibility in New Ulm and Fairmont. So a little bit of reduced visibility. This is kind of why I'm saying you should give yourself at minimum 5 to 10 extra minutes to get to where you need to go. If you're like me, you want to give yourself maybe 15 minutes, because just to be on that safe side, you don't want to rush in these kinds of conditions. Just because those roads are slick. Temperature-wise, grab that jacket as you head out the door. This is just the current temperature, not the wind chill. We are seeing anywhere from the lowest temperature at about 9 degrees in Marshall and Olivia up into the upper teens, with the warmest coming in at about 20 degrees in Spencer. Here in Mankato, we're kind of smack dab in the middle, sitting at about 15 degrees. Now, winds, there is a little bit of a breeze in there. We are expecting a light breeze through the day today. Right now, winds are coming out of the north-northwest, anywhere from 5 to 15 miles an hour, which means we are dealing with a bitter wind chill. The wind chill value, again, is what it feels like on your unprotected skin. So that's if you were to walk outside, say, in short-sleeve shirts, your bare arms. This is what it would feel like temperature-wise on your bare arms. That being said, most of the area feeling like single digits, such as here in Mankato, feeling like 5 degrees, as well as in Hutchinson, Fairmont, and Esterville. We're feeling like 0 degrees in New Ulm and Redwood Falls, with the coldest wind chill coming in at 8 below out by Marshall. So please put that jacket on, grab that hat, the gloves, and so on. If you don't like to drive in that big bulky jacket, okay, fair, I understand. At least put it in your car in case the worst case scenario. I know we don't like to think about the worst case scenario, but in conditions like this, it's kind of something that we should be thinking about. Again, not saying anything bad, just I like to keep extra clothes or an extra jacket or two in my car, as well as some blankets, again, just for that worst case scenario. Taking a look at the future cast going forwards, we're not looking at a whole lot today other than a mix of mostly cloudy skies with a little bit of early to mid-afternoon sunshine with some gradual clearing, and then tonight will return to mostly cloudy with some more flurries possible through the overnight hours. Tomorrow we'll wake up to partly cloudy skies and more sunshine in store for the majority of the day tomorrow. Here's a look at your temperature forecast for today. We are looking at a high of about 22 degrees by this afternoon, but because of that light breeze that we are expecting, wind chill values will top out at about 10 degrees. So again, keep that jacket, the hat, and the gloves with you everywhere you go today because it is going to feel rather bitter. Tonight, we're going to see temperatures drop to a low of about 11 degrees, with wind chill values in the single digits in some areas potentially below zero. So whether you're going to be out today or tonight, make sure you have layers, your jacket, your hat, your gloves, and so on. Now, there is a chance for flurries tonight, but again, we're not really looking at accumulation. It's actually looking to be less snow tonight than it was early this morning. Just a few snowflakes. Tomorrow, like I said, we've got sunshine on the way. It's going to feel great out there, especially because we've got a high of 30 on the way. Wow, talk about a heat wave. Break out the shorts. Okay, totally just kidding. But it is going to feel much warmer out there. However, it is going to be a little bit on the blustery side due to those winds. So it's still going to feel more like the 20s across the area. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We have a chance for flurries today and maybe even a few flurries on Wednesday with the passage of a cold front. On Wednesday, keep in mind we're going to reach our high for the day, which is about 31 degrees earlier in the late morning, early afternoon hours. And then temperatures are going to slowly but surely drop into the single digits by the overnight hours into Tuesday morning. From there, temperatures are going to be a little bit on the cooler side going into Thursday with those highs topping out in the mid-teens. We'll see 20s and 30s return for the upcoming weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. So those of you that are still holding off on those holiday decorations or maybe you got some more decorations because you thought maybe you needed more. Hey, I've done that. This weekend is going to be a great weekend to put up those last minute decorations and things like that with those upper 20s and mid to upper 30s on the way. We'll see a mix of sunshine and cloud coverage. All in all, it's going to be a great weekend. And then as we go into next week, of course, those temperatures are going to start dropping again as we look at highs anywhere in the teens and 20s by the middle of next week. So thankfully a rather quiet forecast, not a whole lot going on, just a couple flurry chances here and there as of right now. And the best news of all, we do get some warmer conditions for the upcoming weekend. That's really all I have for you this morning. As always, you'll catch me back here a little bit later this morning, as well as tune into Caitlyn Living later on at 4 and for a look at your local news, weather, and sports. Be sure to tune into KEYC News Now tonight at 5, 6, and 10. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Drive safe, stay warm, and give yourself a little extra time to get to where you need to go.